Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Ticket to Ride. Probably, almost certainly our final recording of this series. We've done all of the European countries, we've done all of the North American, well I mean it's not even North American is it, it's just United States countries. Poor Canada, poor Mexico. Apparently according to this game, neither one of them have any rail stations worth playing. Poor South America, poor Africa, poor Russia and Australia, no interest there either. So we've got Asia and India. And I'm not 100% certain, but I think India is part of Asia. I'm pretty sure it is. So I don't know how you make that distinction there. Uh, let's see what the map really shows before we go any further with that thought. So we have mountain routes that cost twice as much. Double routes, special double routes, and ferries that require wild, and then the Asian Explorer bonus for, I don't know, is that for going the longest route or is that for doing something else? Alright. So here's Tapai, here's Kobe. Here's Peking, China, so that's China. Here's Seoul. Isn't Seoul in South Korea? Wouldn't South Korea be way back down here? And this is Singapore. And Colombo. Bombay, India. Oh, okay, Bombay is in India. So this is India. Here. So is the Southern Asian countries, and Kobe is Japan. So here's Japan, and Seoul must be in Hong Kong. I must have gotten that wrong. And so they're going really far. Here's Baghdad. Wow, they're going all the way to the African continent here. What they should have really done, as we haven't even played yet. I'm just trying to figure out where this is. It is Moscow, so it is going up into Russia too. What they should have done, I think, is had several of these boards that turned around and would connect side by side. I think that would be amazing if there was just this this connection where, what am I trying to say? I don't even know which ones I want to do here. Does anything else make sense? No, I'm just gonna take these two. Yeah, if you bought one ticket to ride and then it was Asia, and then right next to it you could connect right to Morocco and right to Nanking, I believe is what that says, or Ankara. Oops, really off there. And what is this? I don't know. Let's start drawing. That would be nice if after buying like 5 expansions you had the entire world and it was connected, and then it just went in a circle too because the world is globe. Now we don't have the rule here in which you could draw 2 wilds. So wilds are treated as wilds. I've got such a mess here. I need so many. Why the Asian countries have this just like utter need for twice as many cards? I don't know. What did it just do? I don't know what just happened. So I have like 3 yellows right now. This one would require 4 yellows. I played the 3. It works. That one breaks, and then it takes an extra card piece away from me. Interesting. So by choosing these routes, then I'm effectively quickening the end of the game. I need a bunch of greens and a bunch of oranges. I'm gonna take these. Come on, greens. We do get some different music for these expansions, that's nice, but I don't know if I can really say much more than they hired the right people to buy the right, like, license the right music for their game. Very rarely is it a scenario where the game developer is also the composer of their music. Alright, that's one punched. Give me green. If I can't have green, I can't claim this route, can I? If I was playing with 4 players, I could do that, apparently. Need 1 more green. Actually, I don't, do I? I'll just use a wild card. So what's this ticket? It's right here. So that's my 3 tickets punched. What more do I... Can I take this? Can I take this one? And then I need a yellow or an orange. So I'll take 1 of each and that won't help either way. Take that one. So I went from Moscow to Singapore. I think that's pretty good. Let's see if we can find any routes that will connect. Nope, nope, and nope. Well, this is the least expensive one to lose on. You may have noticed a pattern here. I lose quite a lot because I gamble quite a lot. And if I simply just didn't gamble, I think I probably would win every time. Or almost every time. See, But I like to gamble on this game, particularly. It seems like it's a good strategy. Obviously it isn't. Either way I would have lost. Unless this gives me another 10, which would be that. Oh man, I would have won. If I hadn't gambled, I would have won. 7 plus 98 is 105. I would have beaten it by 2 points. The score is shockingly always very close. So if that's Asia, what's India then? Here's where you get into a disconnect. 2 to 4 players. 2, 3, 4. Fairies. The Mandela bonus. I don't know how that is going to work. Let's see what this says. Mandela bonus. If you can connect these specific places. I wonder if that has something to do with what the mandala represents and all of that. And because I just don't have a rich understanding of Indian culture, I wonder if that... So if we take this one, this one, this one, which we might as well take that one too. That's a rather... It doesn't seem that ambitious, but it probably is. Like the Switzerland map, this is a very tall map, and it wouldn't really work in my concept of having different boards connect to each other and playing like this giant entire game. I don't know if that concept would have really worked anyways. I think I may have to zoom in here just to focus here on this middle section and not even bother with what's going on in the rest of it. For this port, this cell phone game port, this probably looks a million times worse on the cell phone trying to play it like this. It's pretty bad. Cheaply done. They needed to rethink it, or not directly port the board game at all, since it's such a new board game. Instead, do something different in a completely different fashion. I don't know what that would be or how you would do it, but like, none of the colors I need are coming up. It's kind of shocking. Okay. Blue. That's not blue apparently. Well, then I'll take black, and then I'll take this. Let's go ahead and connect here. This. So the thing I could say about India being that it is a very compact country, you can see all these cities are just like right next to each other, and it makes for a very compact game. I don't feel free here to stretch my legs and enjoy the path building. It feels just like, oh no, you gotta do this, and you gotta do that, and you gotta do this. Is this black? Yes. I'm gonna take this one and this one. I'm gonna take this route. That's one card punched. Take this. That's another card punched. I'm gonna take a green here. And see, I don't know if I make a full circle, if that's what the mandala path is, or what. So that punches that one, and it just leaves this one and this route. Alright, so this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I may have enough here. So let's see if we can get an orange card. One more orange card. And then make a full circle, just for the fun of it. That seems like something you could have done. And actually that means if you started like here and went all the way this way, or started here and went all the way that way, see, it almost feels like I do have the mandala route, but I don't think I exactly do. So a couple of things seem off. Black card. I don't know what particularly I should do. Seems just a little strange now. I've got this big mess. Just try and connect to as many things as possible. Do I have anything that I could connect to? Like here. And then here. Take that. Take that. I'm just playing. I don't even know what I'm doing though. That's kind of the problem with this whole game, isn't it? I just don't know what I'm doing. So I have an orange. Let's see. Take that. Draw an orange. Draw another orange. We'll take that one. It's now the last turn. So I want to get some new tickets and let's gamble. I am not connected to these two. Sadly, I could have been, but I'm not. I'm not connected to these two. I am connected to these two. So we'll hit done, take it, and finish that route. So, how much did I get? I think I got a considerable amount, dude. Out of just dumb luck, though. Really don't feel like I'm playing with any skill, and it really don't feel like there's a ton of skill you can learn and derive from. The tutorial certainly didn't help with any of that. In fact, the instructions and tutorial on this game is horrible. For Ticket to Ride being such a new board game, they really needed probably a fully voiced, like, conversational explanation of what's going on. And I lost, still. Big surprise there. So, 20 minutes and we are done. Let's just, once again, jump in here and see the original board game. I think by far this is the best thought out board. It has a lot of empty space. It's a lot less busy compared to India. You can see it's like, oh yeah, I could see how this game goes. I can tell the difference between one route and the other. And I think if you are familiar at all with the United States, you're probably going to definitely do a lot better here. This, of course, is nowhere the real representation of what the rail system looks like now. Maybe it's what it looked like a long, long time ago, but there's quite a lot more going on now. Could zoom in a little bit here. I don't think that helps that much. So yeah, it needed a fully voiced explanation. It does have some saving. It does have online. It does have local. So if you love Ticket to Ride, you can play. It has pass and play. That's a nice feature. It's really the only features though. The achievements are ridiculous. This really feels like you have to have loved Ticket to Ride before you even buy this game. I'd say if you've enjoyed the game for a long, long time and you just have trouble getting real friends to come over to your house, that makes sense to get this game. But for everybody else, it really doesn't. Are you ever gonna play 20,000 games of this? Almost certainly not. Almost certainly not. That is a ridiculously high number of games. And these variants don't change anything to make it interesting enough. The audio is good background music, but kind of pointless for the rest of it. The interface is garbage. It's hard to see some of these buttons. They're not laid out well. This background is far too busy. The rules are just this HTML thing. The game is full of advertisements. They immediately harass you for your email, and when they give you your email, they store your password in a completely unsafe aspect. Let's see, adopted from the original board game by Alan R. Moon. I bet what happened here is they just hired somebody to make this. It's a pretty small team, but I've seen one-man teams create a lot better games than this. This is just a cheap port. Trying to play it on an iPad is probably alright. Trying to play it on an iPhone is terrible, I would bet. Or an Android phone, unless it's a tablet, is probably going to be terrible. Them selling you the board games, you should, by all rights, buy the board game and get like a Steam code for this inside of it. That's how I would say it should go, because the digital here is just such an afterthought, and it's not adding anything, it's actually taking away from the experience. I imagine I would have a much better time playing with this game in real life, than online or on the computer. And then they just have the store here, and this is all about taking you to the website to order the board games. They're just trying to sell you the board games. This is literally advertisement that you'll probably end up spending $15 on. Plus they're advertising their other games. This should be free to play if you're going to advertise this much. You shouldn't be charging money for this. It's a ripoff. It really is a ripoff of a game. You really have to love Ticket to Ride to play this. For everybody else, just give it a pass. If you see the original board on sale, and you can get it for like $1 or $2 for just the original board. Maybe then, but probably not even then. One of the things that also has occurred to me is like online, if you bought this on Steam, can you family share this game to somebody else on Steam and then both people playing at the same time? I don't believe that's the way it works. I think you could family share it and one person could be playing at one time, but I don't think you could ever do something like that. So you would end up buying two accounts, two copies on two different accounts to play a local game or to something like that. Let's see, when you create a local game, it can be 5 people, so in theory, you could have 5 other people buy 5 copies of this. Or you could just pay, pass, and play, which is probably the best solution. They could have done so much more. I really wish I could show what Hasbro did on the 360 with their games. They tried a lot of gimmicks. They tried a lot of upselling, certainly on the Hasbro Family Game Night collections. But in the end, the Hasbro Family Game Night and Hasbro Monopoly games added ridiculous amounts of animation, ridiculous amounts of new gameplay models, things that really wouldn't work in a non-digital format. They really made it worth $30, $40, $50 to buy what is basically just Monopoly, or just a bunch of other Hasbro games like Clue or Scrabble. I don't even remember which one was in which one, but they really made it worth its value. It never looked cheap. It never looked like it was a sales pitch. It was difficult, even in a lot of the Hasbro Family Game Night games, to get directed towards where you could buy those games. Not that it's really that hard to find where a board game is for sale. Just go to any toy store and there will be a aisle full of board games, still charging you more than they're worth considering they're just cardboard. Anywho, that's it for the series. I would say pass on this one unless you just love Ticket to Ride. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me with YouTube, tells them my videos are worth watching. If you want to support me even further, you can click on my name, Rydo. That gets you to my main YouTube page. On the right, there's a blue button that says support this channel. You can click that and make a donation. Also on my main YouTube page is a playlist tab. You can click that and see a playlist for every game I've ever covered. And then down below in the descriptions, I have links so you can follow and friend me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, Steam, and Battle.net. Help me by following me on those services. That lets you know when my newest videos are out, and it lets me know how many people are following me and get some feedback that way. Thank you for watching this series, and as always, thank you for watching in general. Have a good evening. Bye.